So with that, let's talk about this lawsuit. And the only real reason I'm covering it is because there are allegations here that go into tortious interference with business relations. Look, creator lawsuits are interesting. The reason this lawsuit is interesting is for the reason I just said. Because the tortious interference is a problem. And I'm not saying it's a problem just with this creator. I'm saying it is a problem for lots of creators. There are lots of creators that go after people's sponsors. It's not legal if you directly go after people's sponsors. And we are going to talk about the fact that there are actions for that. But every time we talk about this creator, shit just goes off the rails, mostly because of this creator's own actions.
I want to be 100% clear right now, like 100%. I'm not going to mess around. I'm not going to be silly or funny. I'm going to be real here. My lawsuit is not filed in court. So legally speaking, what I have is it's a lawsuit. It's just not in court. I don't know if that makes anyone else. I don't know if it was anyone else. So
that said, we are just going through the lawsuit. We are not here to besmirch, malign, name talk, shit talk. I know there's fuel for that. We don't do that here.
It is not filed in court. I will show you that it is not filed in court. Not one person has reached out to me to ask for a copy of the lawsuit. How then do all of these YouTubers have the lawsuit? Who did they get the lawsuit from? Because it is not filed in court. It's not in court. There is no case number, no judge. It has not been filed in court. They haven't even gone to court yet.
All right. Let us pull this up. So once they are filed and publicly available on court, you will see that they are watermarked, not with somebody going into a PDF program and writing their name on it.
That means you have to get the lawsuit from one of the parties. You have to request it from the court. No, they have not filed anything in court. We have not been notified of it being filed in court. This is what we have. There's no case number. It is not filed in court. When it's filed in court, we are notified. No, it's not a fake lawsuit. It just means that it hasn't been filed. So you guys got this not from the court. It hasn't been filed. They requested injunctions, but that doesn't mean it's been filed. You can put anything in a complaint, but it hasn't been filed. Like, do you want to argue with me? Because I'm the party here.
So I was going to go over the affidavit of service, but they have a personal service address in here. I don't think it's a business address. I think this creator works out of their home. So I am not going to pull all of that up on screen. I'm just going to read it. But it says, I, process service person Bob Yates, state that on Monday, April 4th, 2022 at 4:46 p.m., I personally served the summons and complaint upon Catherine Minsk Paulson, aka Katie Joy, therein named personally at location by handing to and leaving with Todd Paulson's spouse, a person of suitable age and discretion, then and there residing at location, the usual abode of said individual, aka Katie Joy, a true and correct copy thereof, and then they declared it under penalty of perjury. So this has been served. We know it's been served.
This was sent to my home. They showed up at my home with the lawsuit. This is called pocket service. Pocket service in the state of Minnesota means from the date that you file, you have 1 year or from you draft the lawsuit, you have 1 year to file it with the court. These have not been filed in the court. That means, and they do this in the state because a lot of these lawsuits never go to court. And so what they do is they allow pocket service, which allows attorneys to work things out outside the jurisdiction of a judge. It's still a lawsuit, but it's not in the public domain. Pocket service is used when someone isn't serious about their lawsuit. Pocket service is used when people want to start a lawsuit to like be a dick, or they don't want to deal with the court.
This was served in Minnesota. Minnesota is fucking weird sometimes. No shade to Minnesotans with your legal system, but you can serve things on someone and give them time to resolve before you have to file them in court. The documents I am pulling up are all court documents. So these are just available court documents that I pulled from the court website, which you will see because they are watermarked by the court and stamped by the court. So let's pull that up now. Where is it? The reason that they do this in Minnesota, I think, from what I can gather, is to not burden the courts if people can settle. It's like, this is what I'm going to do. So if you would like to resolve this, we have some time and you have a year, but it tolls the statute of limitations. The statute of limitations on defamation tends to be very short. In some states, it's a year. In some states, it's 2 years, just depending on the jurisdiction, but it's short. If you serve with this pocket service in Minnesota, it stops the statute of limitations and gives you a year to try to resolve it before it gets officially filed and instigated. And that can save both parties time and money because you don't have to file an answer. You can start with discovery and do those things first. So cases can resolve before they're officially filed and docketed. This has already been filed and docketed. We may or may not find out why. They may or may not have already tried to resolve it and we're met with a big goose egg, or they may just be like, fuck around and find out we're not doing this anymore. So that pocket service is absolutely what it's called in Minnesota, or hip pocket service. Minnesota's a little, they got a little quirkiness to them in their legal system, but it is what it is. So,
because this is not filed in court, this was a pocket service. There is no court record. We are not under the jurisdiction of a court. They got the lawsuit from the cult. If you are a YouTuber and you are talking about this case, you did not get it from me. You got it from the cult. Do you want to stand on the side of the cult? Because we didn't give you this. We didn't give you this. If you have a copy of it, that means you got it from Robert or you got it from 7M. It's not filed in court. It's called pocket service. That means you can't go online and find this. That means you can't download this from the court.
So this is the proof of service filed in the district court, state of Minnesota, 4/5/22, 9:36 a.m. So what, yesterday morning? And then normally things take a little time to populate. This is their notice that they get. I, again, love the water stamping. You are being sued.
Anyone speaking about this lawsuit communicated with the cult. Is that who you want to be following? Do you want to follow someone that will willingly take a lawsuit from a man like Robert? So if you knew about this lawsuit ahead of time, that means you were speaking to the cult. If you knew about this and you have these documents, that means you're speaking to the cult. If you're reporting on this and you have the documents, you're in bed with the cult.
We do not talk about people. We talk about their lawsuits. So even though this creator makes it very clear that they fucking hate me, I really don't give a shit. We're going to talk about this lawsuit. Lawsuits are allegations and shade. That's what they are. So take it with a lawsuits or allegations and shade.
You can be in bed with the cult and on the wrong side, again, like you always are, Emily, or you can be on the right side. I am so tired of Emily Baker. She has made my life hell for 2 years. Gave the judge a nickname. Mind you, she is a she's a bar licensed attorney in the state of California, and she was disparaging a fellow bar attorney. When you're an officer of the court, ethically, you are not supposed to disparage or slander other officers of the court. So, I don't understand how anyone can take Emily seriously when she's on her channel cursing, saying facts, not fuckery, and she's not licensed in the state of Tennessee. So she's playing an attorney, but she's not licensed in the state that she works in or that she's in. She, in the state of Tennessee, cannot give legal advice. Unless she's in the state of California, she cannot practice law. I'm not jealous of Emily, Crystal. I don't give a shit. I don't even pay attention to Emily. I don't care about Emily. I don't watch Emily. Emily can have a great life. I just wish Emily would stop talking about me. Here come all her fucking fans. I don't understand how anyone can take Emily seriously when she's on her channel cursing, saying facts, not fuckery. So at the end of the day, they're not going to get an injunction because I haven't done anything wrong. And they're not going to win an injunction. We have 21 days to respond, and we are going to be responding, denying all allegations, and we are countersuing, and we're still working on the damages right now. We're estimating in the millions right now. So
7M Films Inc., Robert Shin, we're going in with like, let us have them all tell us who they are and what they are. I'm not going to fill in the background. We are looking at this suit and this complaint, just what is on this paper. Is this going to be sufficient? So that's what we're looking at it. I am not pulling in, look, there's this information and this information. We're just looking at what's filed and seeing if it's sufficient. I know there's backstory. I know there's backstory. I know there's videos on backstory. We're just pulling from what's on this complaint because the complaint has to be sufficient on its own. And a good complaint should give us a good idea of WTF is even happening in this case. So Defendant KJ holds herself out as an entertainment blogger. Defendant KJ makes, produces, uploads, quote, drama and or quote, tea videos and internet postings about on her various social media accounts. Defendant KJ intentionally publishes false and defamatory material. Again, these are allegations and shade. It's a lawsuit. So they are alleging that KJ intentionally publishes false and defamatory material to denigrate others through sensationalism and fabrication of perceived drama for the sole purpose of enticing followers and viewers to help defendants monetize their various social media accounts. Defendant intentionally engages in quote unquote internet trolling under both her own name and various pseudonyms for the purposes of harassment and causing others consternation, grief, emotional distress, financial ruin, and to otherwise cause damage to their reputations, well-beings, and livelihood. Defendant KJ has a history of intentionally maliciously and recklessly publishing false and or misleading information about various people and entities, including plaintiffs, their clients, and associates. Defendant has at least 2 other lawsuits in this court for her malicious and defamatory statements of others. Yes, because the others settled. Defendant holds herself out as an established YouTube personality and self-proclaimed internet troll with a professed obsession with plaintiffs. Okay, hopefully they will prove that it is professed. Upon information and belief, defendant has openly stated that she will not stop going after plaintiffs until nobody works with them. And that's where we get to the tortious interference that's probably going to come, well, will come later because it's one of the allegations. Upon information and belief, the improper posts have been published to and are accessible to the general public. Are they still? That's why. Just after covering other lawsuits, are they still? Are they still? Social media posts disparaging plaintiffs. Oh, there's a chart. There's a chart.
I won't be commenting further about this because honestly, it's baseless. So I just want to like, this is it. This is all I'm going to say. I'm done. The lawsuit is going to go nowhere. Anyone that claims it's a decent lawsuit knows nothing about the law. This is like one of many lawsuits I've gone through. And also anyone that claims that like, I'm always getting sued, that's part of this world. Because of the type of work I do, I cover a lot of cults and they like to sue. And I also cover a lot of like criminals that are narcissists and they also like to sue. And so when you are reporting on like narcissists, their big defense is intimidation through legal threats. So I just want to remind you, Emily Baker, we almost filed a complaint with the bar. We almost sued you. We're still in the statute of limitations to sue you for what you did last year. So just remember that. I can still file a lawsuit against you at any time, Emily, for what you did. And we can still file a bar complaint against you. So we've asked you to stop and you don't. And if you are going to be on the side of the cult, it's not the right side to be on. I don't look at a lawsuit as it's going to end me because none of them ever have, and they won't.